Sabrina Glevissig of Ardcareg, proud daughter of the Kedweni forests, who only ate meat, was loud and aggressive. So loud and aggressive that she would even bang her fist on the table and order her own king to be silent and listen. But her tactics seemed to work out well enough, as she was part of the Council of Wizards all the same, though often still spying for Henselt of Kedwen. Geralt first met her during the Thanet Isle Ball, where it became incredibly apparent that Sabrina and Yennefer hated each other's guts and had done so ever since they'd gone to school together for some reason. It certainly didn't help that both sorceresses had decided to attend the ball wearing the exact same earrings, which was ever more obvious as both ladies had black hair. And so they spent a great deal of their initial conversation showing off said earrings more obviously than the other, while still pretending to be the best of friends, of course. Geralt certainly didn't miss their less than subtle jabs at one another, Sabrina at one point recommending an anti-wrinkle cream to Yennefer. On top of that, Sabrina was wearing an outfit that revealed quite a bit more than was perhaps appropriate for a ball, causing Geralt to stare incessantly, enraging Yennefer further. When she finally dragged Geralt away from Sabrina to have a chat with Philippa instead, she immediately unleashed a tirade about Sabrina, who she called a revolting cow. Geralt later finds Sabrina talking to another sorceress, Marti Sodogran, in Elder Speech, about him. Clearly this conversation was not meant for his ears. She was in the middle of calling Yennefer a vile toad. The two also figured they might try and seduce the Witcher tonight, just because. Knowing at this point that Geralt was listening, Sabrina noted that if Geralt offered to sleep with her that night, she would give it to him without a second thought, even lying on a rock. Unfortunately for Sabrina, she wouldn't get the chance. That evening, during the Thanet Isle Rebellion, Sabrina took part as well, of course. She was ordered to send for Marti Sodogran when Hen Gedindaith, the oldest sorcerer alive up to that point, was having a heart attack, but Marti couldn't save him, and so, for some reason, Sabrina slapped her in the face. Perhaps she should have slapped herself in the face as well, because during the deliberations, just a little while after, she herself revealed the part the Northern mages had played in the war that had just begun. Soon after that, the Lodge of Sorceresses was formed. Of course, Francesca Findabair was also a part of that lodge, which initially caused Sabrina to be unwilling to join at all, having no intention of sitting around the same table as her. Even after Philippa's explanation, she started screaming again that she still didn't trust Francesca, nor the Nilfgaardian sorceress present, of course. Although in all honesty, Sabrina barely trusted anyone at the table that day, including Philippa, who tried to soothe the situation. Eventually, however, Sabrina agrees to joining the lodge, even though, in her own words, she loves men, still using some of her time to sneer at the fact that they should still not allow Nilfgaard to win any wars, lest they all start looking like Asiravar Anahid, who at that point looked absolutely dreadful. Really, as you might imagine, given her manner of joining, Sabrina's main role in the lodge meetings was to scream at other people, accusing them of various things, doubting stuff in general, and doing a lot of sneering. The quote that best described Sabrina Glevissig's involvement in practically anything is this one. "But I don't understand any of this!" Sabrina yelled, and everything became heated again. She was also part of the strike force that would attack Vilgefortz's castle, the one that Fringilla had given them the location to, except that location was fake, of course. After finding out, she called the lodge and gesticulated wildly while yelling about cobwebs, after which Sabrina and several others blow up said castle, so it was all very much in line with her character. After the war eventually ended, Sabrina busied herself with keeping her king, Henselt, in check, as well as trying to do the same with Ciri, but failing miserably. We don't meet Sabrina again until The Witcher 2, where it is shown that she had decided to blow up Henselt's army when he threatened to take Upper Edirn again, as he had during the Second War. The Lodge could not allow Henselt to gain that much power and influence, and so Sabrina took the risk. The risk got her burned on a wheel, of course, and, through the use of her own magic, she managed to make a nearby soldier stab her to death with a lance, so she could cast her blood curse on Henselt before her death. Although her curse doesn't actually come to fruition. He was supposed to die immediately after killing a priest during a fight on Vergen's ground, making the curse rather impotent, like Henselt himself. A rather inglorious end to the proud sorceress of Kedwen.
I'm sure you're not surprised, but we're not doing skits at the end cards today either. I am so sorry. My Patreons are getting titles today. I hope you appreciate those too. Walguy the Illustrious, Robertson the Enlightened, Lochmoin the Fierce, MJ Coolsta the Impressive, Septic the Cattist, Mike Zweers the Unrelenting, Adrian Packle the Impeccable, Ray the Fortuitous, Freeman the Wise,